with the English exam coming up, I just thought I'd do a little video explaining how I would take on the exam question, because this is what I've been getting a lot of emails about of different subjects, how to actually tackle the questions. So section A of the English exam is the grouping text. As an example, I'm going to use a specimen paper, and it always has 6 texts, and it asks you to linguistically group the text. So what we did today in class is our teacher said the first 15 minutes we need to read, plan and analyse and put our groups together, the first 15 minutes, and then 45 minutes should be spent writing. And what we did is we put together a little table like that, and different headings such as context, purpose, blah blah blah, and with the text, and then you fill in the information you get from there. From there it's easy to see groups and then to work out. But that's just the general structure of what the exam board and everything suggests. I want to talk about what my groups are, and just to give an idea a bit about groups, this is what I thought. Now, I'm not saying these are completely correct or anything. I'm just saying with the exam of this coming up on Wednesday, I just want to show what I plan to write. So, I plan to do my first grouping on specialized lexis. Now, if you've got the text in front of you, you'll realize that specialized lexis is something common to text B, C, E, and F. Now, with the specialized lexis, I would first, I won't define it or anything, I would just write that text B, C, and E can be grouped together because they all contain specialized lexis. And then I would say, but specialized lexis is used for different reasons. So, for example, if we go to text B is a warning label of a t-shirt. Okay, now it's been used, specialized lexis, for example, vintage and dyeing and materials, upholstery, washing instructions, whatever. Specialized lexis has been used so that when it informs and instructs, it's got authority, and it's something we would also believe and respect, and it's just showing how important it is by using specialized lexis. Then text C, which is also a label, but it's sort of a garden seed packet. If you've got the pack in front of you, you'll know what I'm talking about. I said this has specialized lexis for exactly the same reason, because it needs to inform and instruct, and the audience know what they're talking to. For the audience, words such as propagator and I don't know, other words, greenhouse, not really, germinate, they're going to be common words because this is the audience of it. So that's why specialized lexis is used there. However, in text E and F, which are transcripts, specialized lexis is used for different reasons. Now, specialized lexis helps us to see that the transactional nature between these two dialogues, because yet even I think it's text F about when the group of 4 boys playing computer games, there's a lot of interactional features, but there's a transactional feature to it that, we're going to play this game, you're going to kill, this is the business, you got to do this, you got to do that. And so the reason why it's used like a lightsaber is firstly also because the audience in this scenario, they all know what they're talking about. That's something common to all of that. And also, it's the nature of the conversation. It's what they do. It's hard to explain, but that's why E and F would be different, because that is what it's about. It's to show the business-like, and it's to show that a job is getting done. So that would be like my first group. Now, I'm not going to go through all my groups or anything, but I just want to give an idea. I thought also that maybe this wouldn't work. See, I'm going to do another video blog once I get the results of doing these groups as exams, how it went. And if I did terribly, I would delete this video. But imperatives are used common in text A, B, C, and F. And they all are used for various reasons. A is used for, they all are actually, they all are except F used as a part of their purpose. So A, which is a text to persuade by doing imperatives such as play hard, play fast. It's an imperative, and they also use ellipsis with their imperatives to make it more stronger and it's more persuasive, and like they're instructing the audience. Play hard, play fast, play with your pants on, play with your friends. So it's like it's instructing. Whereas B and C, which were the labels, obviously they're gonna instruct, and because they are warning labels or labels how to use the seeds. And so, you know, they do use imperatives, and they use more like mitigated or more softer type, because it's more like avoid contact with, keep just moist. It's not very like in text A where it's hard and direct, play fast, play hard, that kind of. And I think the reason how B and C, what I sussed out, is that how they do this to the imperatives, they use DXs, or they use, I think it's a passive voice, because they don't mention the actual person or the subject at all, because it's avoid contact with eyes, not you will avoid contact with eyes. And somewhere, I can't remember, in text B actually, it says, that's it, it says it or something somewhere, and it's also referring to it should be blah blah blah. And this is also, I think, one way in which they mitigate the imperatives. Text F, again, about the lightsaber. Now, the reason why imperatives are used here is because this is this conversation has a transactional nature to it, and the transactional nature is we can deduce this in many ways, and one of the ways is that they have specialized lexis. Another way is that they have imperatives. It's like a job is getting done here. It's not like emphatic talk or, you know, how are you doing or whatever it is. It's nothing like that. So it's to show the nature of the text, and it's also to show the relationship between the boys, that they can instruct each other. And, you know, if you want to tie this on with power, can actually, well, don't listen to the exam because you have a question on power, but does it show that one boy is more powerful than the other? Because the other transcript in E about the hairdresser and the consumer, there's no imperatives, because it's part of the politeness. You know, you don't say, I want my hair red, can you dye it red? Or no, see, I'm asking a question, can you dye it? That's not imperative. Imperative saying, dye my head red, that kind of thing. I'll just give you a last quick example because we're running out of time. Multimodality, because we needed to include all the text, and so far D had not been included. And A, C, and D are all multimodal texts. They are also to do with the purpose of the text. So A uses the Virgin logo, and that makes it multimodal, and uses the Virgin logo because it's to persuade, it's to remind people that Virgin is the way forward. If you want to play online games, go Virgin. It's like persuasive. C is, which is the about the plants. Now they use little images of plants, and they also use like a graph with the, not a graph, a chart which says Jan, Feb, as a concise way of representing information, and it's the easier way. And it also it's also to interest and attract, because reading a lump of instructions is boring, so it breaks it up. It makes it more attractive compared to the other competitor seeds. So this one, when I read the instructions, it will look nicer. It's also to do with persuading as well, actually. Text D, which is the comic strip, which is the one we had to mention, that is written to entertain, obviously, but it is to suit the genre and the audience. The audience is kids. They need pictures, hence a picture is up there. And then also, it's not just the fact that there's picture, it's to do it entertain, and one way of entertaining and interesting might be through pictures. And also the genre, it is a comic book, hence it needs pictures. So I'm running out of time here, but I'll get back to you on how this went, and I hope this has helped. But I'm pretty sure most of what I'm saying is correct, because this is what we went through in class. Hope it helps.